Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to yet another episode of Let Love Talk, a segment where I'll be calling various people from different avenues of life and interviewing them on relationship issues with the aim of hearing their views and hopefully learning from them. So today's topic is something most ladies will be, or at least should be, curious about. I mention ladies because this is something that is usually in the hands of a man. So topic and question at hand: how long should courtship last? How long should courtship last? My guest on the line to address this one is Mr. Benjamin Ngomi. He is an engineer as well as an entrepreneur. Benjamin, how are you doing, and welcome to Let Love Talk.
I'm alright. I hope it's the same case for you. Thank you so much for having me on this show. I really appreciate it, man. And I just pray that a lot of people will be blessed from this show and from what I have to share today. Thank you so much. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Awesome. I'm glad to have you on, and I also hope they will be blessed by what you have to say. So let's kick off with this. From your own personal understanding, how would you personally describe courtship?
Well, okay. So in my own understanding, I would define courtship as, okay, first of all, allow me to talk about the two, dating and courtship, so that we have a better understanding of what we're trying to achieve, by the end of this program. So courtship is it's all about commitment and accountability. It's a commitment to honor God's will, as you seek a partner for life. Courtship is some kind of a bit traditional, but it has many positive points, and some communities still practice it. In contrast, dating is strictly no commitment policy, man. People get to go out on date with so many people, they get to talk to a lot of people. But, well, it may or may not have little chances of long-term relationship, but either way, people still take it as a way to know someone before you get into courtship with them. So, like, from what I believe, like, before you take a plunge into a marriage or a long-term relationship, you need a little time to get to know the person you're going to be with. Plus, I mean, who doesn't like a bit of flirting and compliments of yeah. This is a time when you spend hours, on a phone call at night, mostly talking to the girl. You're just like trying to know her. You take out on dates, have those flirty, nice conversations, and eventually, that might lead into marriage.
Wow. I like when you say commitment and accountability. Those are some really, really powerful words right there. So now, speaking of getting to know someone before, making the big move of getting married.
Yeah.
How important is that process? Like, how much value would you place on getting to know someone before getting married?
How much value? I mean, look, we are talking about someone that you have to face every single day. You're waking up next to this person. That's on the side of marriage. But on the side of courtship, I'll say this is a person that you have to face. Regardless what you're feeling that day. If you're from work and people frustrated you, you still have to face a man and explain yourself if there's anything that needs to be explained. That's why I think it's important for you to know someone before you take a plunge into a marriage or a long-term relationship.
I see. So essentially, you need to know, at least to be familiar with the person you will be, interacting with every day. We cannot ignore the fact that there are some married people and couples out there that never took the time to get to know each other before, getting married. So now they're not the happiest people in the world because they are now discovering new things, new nasty things every single day about the person they just married.
Yeah.
Right. So for the grand question, right?
Okay.
The reason for the episode, the pillar of the episode, the oxygen, Benjamin. When all is said and done, how long should courtship last? Like, how long should this process last?
How long it takes? How long it takes for the both of you to finally get to a place where you're comfortable with each other.
Okay.
Now, obviously, if you coordinate each other a year into it, some people that works, but for you, as far as you're trying to figure out how long this courtship should last, you really should focus more on how many dates or you're having in that same period. If you're having a lot of dates in your process of courtship, of course you expect to know each other so much within a short period of time, and that should make your courtship process shorter. But if you are leaving too many gaps, you find that your courtship process would be longer. So that's why you need to make sure that according to your target. So if you want to be in courtship for a relatively short period of time, you have to make sure that your dates are rapidly. That way you will know each other in a short space of time. So in general, the duration of courtship, I think it should be based on the ages and understanding of the partners. Think of yourself in a range where, say, maybe you're 35 and your partner is like 40. Would you, I mean, why would you date for 6 years? Why would you wait for that long for you to know each other? You know, this is where now it all comes in, where you have these rapid dates and try to make things move a bit fast, but not fast enough to crash, of course, but just enough for you to. I have seen people that have dated for relatively 7 years and they've not ended up in marriage. So again, you really have to be careful. You should have a vision. It shouldn't be something that's too long. Because if it's too long, you might end up losing interest in your partner, and these things to happen. It's not because you don't love them anymore, no. But then it's because now you lack the maturity and you've become too familiar. As a result, you stop seeing the value in a person, and this usually happens when they leave, and then you start regretting. So you stand from this analytical point of view, you start thinking about things that you should have done better.
Wow. That was beautifully said. You know, so basically you have to, if you want your courtship to be you know, Benjamin just said, if you want your courtship to be shorter, you have to increase the rate at which you get to know the other person. I think this is something that isn't considered enough, because you can be with someone for 8, 10, even 15 years, but still not create enough time to really know this person. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was Benjamin's 2 cents right there. I hope you learned a thing or two. Kindly leave a comment down below if you have an opinion or something to add on. Hit that like and subscribe button, and ensure to hit notifications as well. And by the way, this is the last episode of season 1, but Let Love Talk will be back for season 2 pretty soon, right? Other content will be posted on this channel, so don't go anywhere. I'll talk to you in the next video.